big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off because the iPhone don't gotta...
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome with the call from New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud. Saints get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from the Superdome. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first pick of the second round back in 2001, and that's the veteran Drew Brees.
Drew Brees' accomplishments have been borderline astounding. When you look back at what people thought about him coming out of college, so-called height issue, you name it, he can do it, and boy, does he prepare well for each and every game.
Brees now on first down. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Harrison Smith is a player I love to watch. Whether he's ranging deep as a free safety or near the line of scrimmage where he makes more plays, keep your eyes on him.
Ready, 95-56, 95-56. Bring it.
Brees looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Brees now to throw.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd. They felt they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Third and long for Cousins. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They begin on the ground with Kamara. He was brought down by Eric Wilson. To throw on 2nd and 6. Brees. Looking for Gann, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shamar Stephen drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds his man Johnson, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Olabisi Johnson, 40 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Throwing on 1st down is Brees. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Here's Brees to throw.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
It's a big play there for the Saints. 43 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now Breeze on 3rd down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
95-56, 95-56.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Ready? You ready? Check, kill.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. So a drive that covers almost the entire length of the field will result in 0 points.
That frustration is not just going to be felt by the guys on offense either. It's going to be felt throughout the entire team, isn't it? I mean, we've been there before, right? We've seen it. That deflation can go through the entire ranks. They have to really work to make sure it doesn't affect them going forward.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they're going to get the 1st down here as he's up to the 14. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now Cook running right. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Play fake. Cousins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. A first down throw for Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And now it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. They'll run for it with Cook, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line. Here now a look at Drew Brees and our players.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So here we go on 4th down with Brees. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Brees on the draw, gives to Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Saints on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Breeze. He can run for it, and he will. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Viking 16.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Breeze now. And this is Cook with the ground. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And just one man in the backfield. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front, really just... A solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the 2nd quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows, they're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. From the 36, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Cousins now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They run, Cook. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Kamara. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd and 2, Breeze.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal, eluding the pressure right. Michael Thomas there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns, PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never got a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Here now, a look at Drew Brees in our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Forced out to his left. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. The Saints on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Brees. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it. Punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
They do go for it. It's Brees. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but do you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run with Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Now Cousins. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. Bailey's kick is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
On the carry, it's Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze flushed out right. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. A gain there of 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Yeah, he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Here's Murray. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that? It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work? The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass. Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And a pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center. And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Anthony Barr picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll let it fly in the direction again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down. And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down. Where's the ball? Where would we get? Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one good for 37 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy. Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Cousins now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Cook. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there.
And got his man complete. It's a gain of 35. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that? Lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
23 yards on the pickup there, and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, Washington. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And Diggs has it. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Draw play, Cousins to Cook.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Now he'll let this one go deep, right sideline. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Dancing to his left. And he finds Cook. And all the way down to the 29. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 47 yards. Here's Breeze. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Breeze going to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20. 10, and it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. On the ground, it's Cook, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 20.
21.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Complete. Smith has it. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. From the 45 on 2nd down, Breeze. This is caught by Gill. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. Breeze now to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Breeze. He gets it complete to Harris. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the ball...
Quick strip, the ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover for his squad.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
First down. Here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Chad Beebe that time, and now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Cousins now. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. 4th down, Cousins. And it is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Saints will have the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. On 2nd and 7, Breeze eluding the pressure right. It's Hill, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Gibbs got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Breeze. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He sets to fire deep, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Over.
Breeze going to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Whip. Kill.
Shotgun now for Breeze. The open man is Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. Back to the ground. It's Kamara fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.